Hello everyone, myself Atul and I'm demonstrating you. I'm starting with the batch of AWS and DevOps. So for the AWS, for learning the AWS, there are a few prerequisites that we will talk about. Also, we will talk about what is cloud and what are the benefits of the cloud. After that, we will talk about what are the types of cloud that we are having in industry and which is the strategy that is important for the organization level. And at very basic, we will go through the definition of cloud computing and why we should select for AWS as the practice purpose. So first of all, whenever you are running any organization, over there is a term that is data center. So we are having physical servers, and these physical servers are used for maintaining your IT services, your IT infrastructure over there. And the services are being provided to client and, of course, customers. So these clients and customers are accessing a lot more workloads over there. That workloads will be your physical application, your application or websites, anything else. And these softwares, these infrastructure needs to be maintained at the organization level, and data center is helping for that. Now, for building any data center, first of all, you will need to maintain the data center for a temperature level, for maintaining a staff over there, because our computer systems are running well at the 0 degrees Celsius. So that's the case. Also, the infrastructure that should have a proper networking and maintenance. And that can be maintained only by a skilled staff. So you need to also provide a skilled staff for maintaining a data center. Also, a lot of money that will be invested for data center in terms of CapEx and OpEx. So whenever you are buying a data center, you are investing so much money that will be considered as the capital expenditure. And when you are maintaining data center for operation level, that comes under operational expenditure. So there is a headache for maintaining a data center because you can compare it rather than buying a purifier at home, right? So you need to maintain a purifier. Any physical resources can be invited to your home for maintaining it, and every time he or she will be charged for the service for maintaining a purifier at home, right? And also you are investing money for buying a purifier. So for example, suppose you are investing 10K for buying a purifier, and for every visit any resource person is charging for 1K. So ultimately, for maintaining this purifier for 1 year, you're also costing 12,000 for the maintenance purposes, which is higher than the cost of a purifier. So same is happening when you are maintaining a data center at the infrastructure level. You are investing any capital expenditure and also for the operational expenditure. So what's the solution for running an organization? So you can rent for data center services. So this data center will come under renting as a service, and the service providers are there. For example, you can have AWS, which is from Amazon. So the services, that is Amazon Web Services, so there are 200 plus services are available, which can be used. Another type of cloud service provider, that is Azure, which is from Microsoft. And also we are having GCP, which is Google Cloud Platform from the Google itself. Now let's see how data center looks like. So I have opened one of tab in my browser, and you can see that this type of hardware resources, network resources are being connected with each other in a data center. So that's a data center. You must have watched a Koi Mil Gaya movie, right? So there is a data center which is providing high input, providing high network technology for the application level or software level. Now, when you are using AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, so there are number of services will be there, and you can have a console like this. So for getting this type of account, first of all, you need to sign up for any public cloud platform, right? So as I have told you that AWS, which is platform from Amazon, so there is a billing for it. So you will get bill for whichever resources you will use. So let's go through the definition so that you can understand this concept, what I'm talking about. So the cloud computing is an on-demand delivery of IT resources with pay-as-you-go pricing. So you will charge for the services that you will utilize. For example, suppose you are buying a physical computer, right? So you will go through the specification for the physical computer to buy. And which are there? You will select for RAM, that is random access memory. You will select for the disk, hard disk. You will select for SSD right now, as per the today's era. Also, you will select for the processor. So you will go for at least i5 processor, i7 processor right now, if you are selecting Windows type of machines, right? So this is a physical machine, right? So companies are buying a lot more physical machines for the employees so that they can save their workloads. And whenever you will have a cloud computing technology, over there you can use virtual machines in place of the physical machines. And these virtual machines, you must have tried for Oracle VirtualBox or VMware, right? So you must try it for installing it, then installing some operating system configuration regarding the same, then creating user accounts, and that was the very hectic process. And whenever you will use cloud services, you can have a EC2 service from AWS, where you can simply launch virtual machines in a seconds. So you don't need to select for operating system. You don't need to don't need to install operating system manual level. You don't need to select for a lot more things over there. Your virtual machine can be configuration will be provided to you, and you can select the preferences over there, and virtual machine can be created. So when suppose I'm running an organization, rather than having a physical computers, I can prefer for having virtual machines in that case, so that my employees can remotely connecting to the virtual machine, and they will save their codes, they will save their workloads over there. And whenever any employee is leaving the organization, I still have the code in my control. I will still have the workloads in my control. That's the benefit for having a cloud for the organization level. Now, which are the services which will be available for the cloud? You will have compute type of services. Now, whenever any physical entities are there, virtual machines type of services are there, you are selecting various infrastructure. You are going through the compute services. Network services are also available. You can create a virtual private cloud. You can have a subnet setting over there. You can also have a VPC pairing setting. These are some settings which are available in AWS. You can try for various databases. You can have RDS databases, Elastic Cache Service. A lot more databases are present depending on the architecture. So you will have compute, networking, databases, security, and storage. So these are the main pillars. In security, you can provide a firewall setting. You can also improve security at the application level, at the website level. A lot more things are there. And also, last part is about storage part. So you can have a shared storage. or you can attach a storage separately for the VM instances, or you can have a block storage as well. So there will be 5 sections and number of services will be divided into it, like compute, networking, database, security, and storage part. So there will be 200 plus services in your AWS environment. The documentation for each service will be in thousands of pages. But whenever you are learning for the cloud, at the start of the cloud, you can start with the very basic services, which are important services. For example, that is EC2 service, S3 service, that is used for the storage level, EC2, which is used for the compute level, IAM service, that is identity and access management, which is used for creating user accounts, etc., etc. If you want to cross-check for number of services which are available in your AWS account, here I have signed into my AWS account. Here I'm clicking on AWS logo. So this is the front page which is available to you. There is a costing for each month to be generated, and as a user, you need to um, you need to pay for it, and you can cross check for number of services. So these are sectioned into different as per the different perspective, as per the use cases. So you can have analytic services which can be used for the data science level, application integration which are used for the development purposes, blockchain technology is also there, business application, cloud financial management, compute section which is mostly related with the virtual machines, container part where Docker, Kubernetes, these services are there. Hello.
सॉरी सर डिस्टर्ब केले पण सर इंट्रो पासून सुरुवात कर.
ओके ठीक.
DevOps.
हो हो. Okay, coming to the basics. As we have tried for checking the AWS console over there. So here you are having 200 plus services in AWS. Now, what's the need of cloud computing? First of all, it will provide you remote connections. Means you can directly connect from your physical machine to the machines or configuration which are available in your cloud environment. Availability will be there. So 24/7 your application can be run on the servers. So here you will have various servers. For example, you can have Linux type of servers, you can type of servers as well. These are various operating systems which are available in your AWS services. So for maintaining a SLA is very important thing. Now, what is SLA? That is service level agreement. When we are having various clients and we are providing services to them, there is a fixed SLA which need to be achieved. And when you will have an infrastructure, when you will have a cloud infrastructure, you can maintain your project with great control. That's the case. For example, your manager can check for the resources, check for the whether the deployment has been done or not. Your developers can build the code and they can upload their deployment into it. Also, administrators are there. They can also work with the integration with them. So every management prospect can be achieved when you can have a cloud type of environment. So let's see what are the types of clouds are there. So we can have types of cloud depending on the services and depending on the deployment. So depending on the services, we can have infrastructure as a core service, platform as a service. So IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, software as a service. These are the three types of services that we can have. And addition to that, we can also have a function as a service, which is a new technology. So when any function can be run, and for that purpose only you will be charged. So whenever you are having infrastructure as a service, you will mostly relate with the hardware part within a data center. Platform as a service, when you will relate with, you can relate this with the various databases where you can have no control over the infrastructure part. You will just go with the platform of databases over. You will create users, account, tables, etc., etc. And the software as a service, you can take example of Amazon Prime, Netflix. These are the various software as a service which are available to you, where you can directly accessing for a lot more things. And for function as a service, you can take example of Lambda service over here. As per the deployment, we can have types of cloud like public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. When you can have a cloud that is accessible to everyone. You can have resources to be provided publicly. You can use a public cloud in that case. So examples of public clouds are AWS, Azure, and GCP. Okay, these are the public clouds. In terms of private cloud, these are limited to the organization. And for example, suppose you are having ERP softwares that can be considered as a private cloud when your resources are not being shared outside the domain or outside the organization. That will be private cloud. And combination of public cloud and private cloud, that will be hybrid cloud. So when we will select for hybrid cloud, when we want more administration, when we want more control over the infrastructure and network services. So hybrid cloud technology can be selected. For example, suppose you are having any banking application, you can store that application in a public platform. You will provide the services to clients and customers. And when the data needs to be saved of application, as we can have a financial data type of data, we can save that on a private workloads. And in this way, you can achieve a hybrid technology that can be combination of public and private cloud. Now let's discuss what are the prerequisites are there for learning a cloud technology. So the first prerequisite for learning and cloud, that will be Linux. So there are a number of servers are there, and out of which 95 to 99% servers are of Linux operating system, which is called as open source operating system. Now, why we are calling it as open source when any operating system that is freely available to you and you can install it on your physical machine directly. It's not like you should have a subscription for it. Red Hat type of operating system is also there, but that's available for free to download and install. So Linux type of experience is required, and some knowledge is required, because 99% servers are of Linux operating system. You can also start with the Windows server, learning towards it. Suppose you are having some hands-on experience with Windows, then you can navigate to Windows servers in that case. And then you can try for the cloud as well. Next prerequisite is about networking. So you should know about OSI layer, number of layers, and their significance. Because when we will build an application and we will build a website, we will host it, number of network settings to be deployed over there, and that will be depending on the OSI layer that we will use. And most important OSI layers over here, that is layer 4 and layer 7. So at layer 7, you will use application settings, application networking. And for the layer 4, you can have network settings. So along with this, OS knowledge is also important. That is operating system, Linux, and networking. So these are the three pillars you can start with, and then you can try for the cloud. Okay. So some development part is also required for learning about the DevOps part. Now let's move towards the DevOps. As we have discussed about the AWS part, now here our course is AWS plus DevOps, that is clouds, and on top of it we are having DevOps. So what is happening when you are building a code and you are deploying that code in an infrastructure or in a cloud platform, there is a separate operational team for it, right? So developers are building a code and operation teams are deploying the code, maintaining it as well. And there is a communication between them. But there may be a delay for a lot more things as our project cycles are going on. And that's why we will have a separate team that will have roles of development and roles of operations as well, that we call it as a DevOps team. So the basic significance of using DevOps, that the code can be created and code can be maintained. We can have various pipelines over there. We can have containerization technologies, and we can have infrastructure deployment services. So these are the use cases. By using a DevOps, you can create a pipeline. So there are separate tools that is used for pipelining, like Jenkins. We can maintain the code at the version control system. So for that, we can use Git type of software. We can deploy resources by using a code. We call it as infrastructure as a code, where Terraform type of tool is being used. And for configuration purposes, we can use Chef, Puppet type of software. Also, we can use Ansible over there. So these are the main tools that is part of DevOps: Ansible, Chef, Puppet, Jenkins, Git. Also, various software, various different platforms are also there, which are parallel to it. But that is depending on your organization culture, organization partnership as well. When we are partner with the AWS, Azure, GCP, number of managed services are being used in place of it. For example, when we are having infrastructure as a code, over there we can have AWS Cloud Formation services as well. Here we can have repo services. And for CI/CD, for example, if you are partner with the Azure, you can have Azure DevOps and Azure services for it. Now I will go through the chat box and I will cross check whether any questions are there from the student side. Yes, you can enter your questions in the chat box. I will just go with your queries and I will provide you solutions regarding it. We have discussed regarding what is the definition of cloud, what are the types of clouds are there, what are the prerequisites for learning the cloud, and the use cases for it. Also, we have seen AWS console, how it's look like, and what are the different fields are there that we have talked about. So any questions from your side, Ajay, Akhtar, Atul, Deepak, Dheeraj, Kunal, Manish, Kumar, Nitin, Patrick, Pawan? Pratyush, yeah. So I think someone has raised a hand. Yes, Pratyush. You can type it in chat box as well, or you can unmute yourself and ask. I will call the name one by one, and I think you will get permission to talk. Yes, Kunal, you can ask the question. Just to say. Yes, Pratyush, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Yeah. Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Actually, I'm a 2017 pass out in CA.
Okay.
I have a gap of 6 years after graduation.
Okay.
I wanted to enter into the DevOps profile.
Okay.
So, how to manage the gap with current recession and situation, plus entry into the cloud.
Okay. So if you are having any gap over there, suppose you have gone through some freelancing project, or you had some contractual project, or you can just create a use case regarding it, and then you can pitch it in interviews. That will be a one solution. Or if you have any internship experience, that will be considered as well.
No,
That's
no.
the case.
But the companies are now considering the so much gap, no?
Mhm.
Mm,
No,
they
if
are
if if suppose you have taken our course and then practiced for few projects, and then you are showing that projects, it will be impactful in that case. Also, you can pitch regarding your training, that whatever tools you will you will have a hands-on over here, that will be impactful in that case. So what is happening right now, as a number of opportunities are there, they are more in numbers as compared to the candidates. That's the case. And if you are also going through the AWS certification, then you can claim your skill set as well, and that will be considered too for the interviews level.
The basic question is then suppose if I complete the training from Learnomate, okay,
Right.
for the DevOps profile, AWS DevOps. Then what is the probability of the getting calls for the interview for DevOps with such a gap?
Uh, what what I will suggest you, you can just contact with our consultant. There are some associates are there; they will help you regarding it. You can communicate with them, and they will guide you regarding it.
No, actually, I'm asking you that in the current market situation, you know very well about the situation, right?
Yes, right.
So for the freshers, there are very less jobs, and
Yeah, but if the
the
fresher
gap.
is skilled in recent technology, it's not like that. If somebody is completed some curriculum, and they are showcasing a good resume, they are providing a particular scenario based project, that will be accepted too. It's not like they will directly reject over there, because most of the screening rounds are there, and your resume will be what we can say, that a first step. After resume selection, then there are number of technical interviews will be there. So if you are good with the communication, and you are just showing a proper skill set, you will be in a second, third round, and selection criteria will be in place.
No, but the suppose if I clear the interview for the DevOps profile, first and second technical interview, in the HR round they ask the question, what is the reason for the gap? And suppose if I tell a lie or a fake experience is used, then fake experience is always harmful, no? So
Yeah,
how will you
that's not
justify it?
recommended, but what I will suggest you, I can suggest you that you can go through certification and you can add that certification to your profile as well, AWS certification, so that and that will help because number of certified employees are also required right now. And over the period, as I have suggested you, that you can also showcase your freelancing projects, etc., etc. over there.
I understand your point, but what benefit will get from Learnomate? That is I'm asking. Because I have already
You,
explained you my
you, we are actually providing all codes for the DevOps projects, all the steps that we will provide you, uh, and training part.
yeah. But I'm asking about the calls.
Yeah, calls are there. There is a separate team for the interviews, for interview preparation, and also consulting regarding it.
Suppose if I join from tomorrow for the training of DevOps from Learnomate.
And we are also our previous candidates are being selected in lot more company. So we are having proper teams for your guidance. No issues. Actually, I'm a trainer, so that's why
Okay, no issue.
that's the case.
Thank you.
So regarding your queries, our management will contact with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, Pratish, you can. I think Pratish has been done. Yes, Kunal, you can ask the question. Kunal Kumar.
Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Hello.
Kunal.
Yes. My name is Kunal Kumar Thalotia.
Yes, Kunal. You're
Yes,
audible.
sir. सर हिंदी में बोल सकता हूँ ना?
हाँ, बोल सकते आप।
तो सर मैं ये कह रहा था मतलब देखो पढ़ तो लेता हूँ मैं अच्छे से मतलब कोर्स मैंने अच्छे मतलब खरीद लिए हैं बहुत सारे बट
हम्म,
प्रॉब्लम मेरे सामने यही आ रही है जब मैं इंटरव्यू में जा रहा हूँ
हम्म।
तो क्वेश्चन ऐसे बन पा रहे हैं मैं उनका आंसर ही नहीं दे पा रहा हूँ।
ना एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि डेवॉप्स में जब क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं डेवॉप्स या एडब्ल्यूएस में, पहले
हम्म।
तो ये सिनारियो पूरा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बेस्ड रहता है कि वहाँ पे
अच्छा।
आर्किटेक्चर क्या था, प्रोजेक्ट्स आपने कौन से कंडक्ट किए, फिर
हम्म।
उसमें सर्विसेज के नाम कौन से थे, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन क्या था। तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हमेशा रहता है कि आपकी रोल्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या थी
हम्म।
इंटरव्यू के टाइम, राइट। तो जब ये आपके पास इसका आंसर नहीं रहता है तो वहां पे आप थोड़े कंफ्यूज हो जाते हो और
हाँ।
वो जो इंटरव्यू रहता है वो पकड़ लेता है कि
हम्म।
ये प्रॉपर प्रोडक्शन लेवल के एनवायरनमेंट से नहीं आया है।
हाँ।
तो जब भी हम ट्रेनिंग देते हैं यहाँ पे लर्नोमेट में, तो हम
हम्म।
वो सिनारियो बेस्ड ट्रेनिंग पूरा रेडी करके देते हैं कि आपको इंडस्ट्री में किस टाइप का एनवायरनमेंट रहता है,
हम्म।
और वहाँ पे हम यहाँ पे हम प्रैक्टिस भी करके लेते हैं। तो
अच्छा।
जैसे मैं अभी सेशन मैंने एक कंडक्ट कर लिया तो मैं स्टेप्स भी प्रोवाइड कर देता, आपको घर पे 2-3 बार वो प्रैक्टिस करना रहता। तो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने EC2 इंस्टेंस लॉन्च करना बताया, वहाँ पे
हम्म।
कनेक्ट करना है, फिर वहाँ पे अपना कोड रखना है, वेबसाइट होस्ट करनी है। तो एक बेसिक प्रोजेक्ट होगा ये पूरा। तो उसके कमांड्स तो फायर करने पड़ेंगे आपको,
हाँ।
इंस्टेंस तो लॉन्च करना पड़ेगा आपको,
हम्म।
AWS अकाउंट भी चाहिए। ये सारे स्टेप्स होने के बाद, जब आपको प्रैक्टिस होने के बाद एक कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाता है और इंटरव्यू में आप अच्छी तरह फिर बोल सकते हो ये सारी क्वेश्चंस कि जो प्रोडक्शन लेवल के एनवायरनमेंट के हिसाब से रहता है।
तो सर जैसे हम फ्रेशर हैं तो हम फ्रेशर मतलब कैसे अप्लाई किए हैं हमें हमें यही पता नहीं चल रहा है कि हम सर अप्लाई कैसे करें। अब सर करते हैं
हम्म।
अब
नहीं,
हम
अभी क्या रहता है कि जैसे हम लिंक्डइन वगैरह यूज करते हैं, राइट। तो वहां पे स्किल सेट का एक सेपरेट टैब रहता है। तो वहां पे वो जो हम स्किल सेट हमारे प्रोफाइल में ऐड कर रहे हैं, तो कोई ना कोई HR उसको सर्च करके आपका प्रोफाइल शॉर्टलिस्ट कर रहा है,
हम्म।
राइट। तो जब भी फ्रेशर रहता है, फ्रेशर को पता नहीं है कि कौन से सर्विसेज वहां पे दिखाने हैं, कौन से टाइप्स के प्रोजेक्ट्स दिखाने हैं, किस टाइप का क्वेश्चंस आता है तो उसको कैसे टैकल करना है, और आपका रोल्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी डिसाइड करना पड़ता है प्रोजेक्ट के हिसाब से। तो वो पूरा मैच होने के बाद अपने आप कॉल्स भी आ जाते हैं,
अच्छा। हाँ
क्योंकि
सर।
रिज्यूमे तो हम अपलोड कर देते हैं लेकिन हमारा रिज्यूम सिलेक्शन के लिए कुछ ना कुछ क्राइटेरिया तो रहता है ना एचआर के हिसाब से। उनके पास जो जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन रहेगा उसके साथ अगर आपका रिज्यूमे मैच होता है तो ये सिलेक्शन के लिए वो आगे बढ़ता है।
अब सर
तो
ऐसे
रिज्यूम रिव्यू भी हम कर लेते कोर्स कंप्लीट होने के बाद या एंड के थोड़े वीक्स में, इसके लिए सेपरेट टीम भी है हमारे।
सर ऐसे होता है मतलब मैं इंटरव्यू राउंड तक पहुंच जाता हूँ, बट आगे
हाँ।
क्या होता है इंटरव्यू राउंड से मैं फायर हो जाता हूँ।
हम्म। नहीं, क्या है इसमें कांस्टेंट इंप्रूवमेंट कांस्टेंट लर्निंग पार्ट है। अभी जैसे मैंने बताया कि एक सर्विस का डॉक्यूमेंटेशन 2000-3000 पेज का है, तो सब कुछ रीड करना नहीं है उसमें। हमें जितना इंपॉर्टेंट इंडस्ट्री के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, जिस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस वो आस्क करते हैं उसके हिसाब से हमें पूरा प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ता है। और जो इंटरव्यूअर आपका रहेगा टेक्निकल रहेगा या कोई सॉल्यूशन लेवल का रहेगा, तो उसको भी ये बात पता है कि हर चीज का एक्सेस तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में दिया नहीं जाता,
हम्म।
तो वो भी पार्ट रहता है। लेकिन आपको फोकस क्या करना पड़ता है कि आपको आप जो प्रोजेक्ट शोकेस करने वाले उसकी एंड टू एंड सारी सर्विसेज उसका कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अगर आप अच्छे से पिच कर देते हो,
हम्म।
और उनको भी वही चाहिए ना कि क्लाइंट को, हाँ, क्लाइंट को सर्विस प्रोवाइड करने वाला ही एम्प्लॉय हायर किया जाता है हमेशा।
हम्म। सर पता अभी कैसे हुआ, अभी उन्होंने
हम्म।
सर अपना असेसमेंट दिया था कंप्लीट करने के लिए।
हाँ, असेसमेंट देते हैं अभी, हाँ।
हाँ तो सब सर मेरा सब बढ़िया था, मतलब सब ओके था। बट
हम्म।
ऐसा हुआ मैं इंटरव्यू राउंड में बैठा और मुझे बैठने के बाद
हम्म।
बस वहां से मैं वापस आ जाता हूँ।
हाँ, लेकिन क्या है हमें जब भी हम 10-20 एप्लीकेशंस एप्लीकेशंस मतलब करते अलग अलग जगह पे,
हम्म।
तो हर जगह पे सेम टाइप का आपको जॉब पोर्टफोलियो रहेगा ऐसा नहीं है। कुछ जगह पे समझो डेवऑप्स की पोजीशन है, कुछ जगह पे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की पोजीशन है, कुछ जगह पे एप्लीकेशन डिप्लॉयमेंट के लिए जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन है। तो जब भी आप एक रिज्यूमे प्रॉपर बना देते हो तो उसी लेवल के कॉल्स आएंगे और आपका डोमेन फिक्स हो जाएगा। अभी क्या रहता है कि आप गए एप्लीकेशन डिप्लॉयमेंट के जॉब पोर्टफोलियो में और वहां पे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर क्वेश्चंस पूछे, राइट, तो हमें तो पता नहीं है उसके आंसर, राइट। तो ऐसा भी हो जाता है, लेकिन इसमें सॉल्यूशन क्या है कि आपका जब कोर पोर्टफोलियो प्रॉपर हो जाता है, उसी लेवल का कॉल अगर आता है और आगे वाला इंटरव्यूअर भी उसी डोमेन से है,
हम्म।
तो मैचअप क्राइटेरिया हो जाता है उस केस में। और जैसे ये टेक्नोलॉजी है, डेवऑप्स की है, एडब्ल्यूएस की है, तो ये सारे स्पेसिफिक डिप्लॉयमेंट के आर्किटेक्चर से,
अच्छा।
मतलब जब भी आप ये पोर्टफोलियो अच्छे से बना दोगे
हम्म।
तो आगे वाला बंदा भी रिज्यूमे को रिव्यू करने के बाद उसको सारी चीजें पता चल जाती, क्योंकि वो वर्किंग डोमेन से आता, राइट। तो ये भी एक अच्छा सोल्यूशन है कि आप बार बार रिव्यू करो, और ये कंटिन्यूस प्रैक्टिस लर्निंग प्रोसेस में रहती है। और वैसे भी आपको एक ही जॉब तो क्रैक करना है, राइट। जितना आप फेल हो जाओगे आगे वाले इंटरव्यू में आपको ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि आपको नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस तो पता है कि
हाँ।
वो क्या आस्क करेंगे, और नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आप प्रैक्टिस करते करते उसके सॉल्यूशन भी आप पिच करना सीख जाओगे।
हाँ सर जैसे ये कहते हैं मतलब फर्स्ट जॉब में हमें दिक्कत आती है डेवऑप्स में, क्या ये बात सही है?
हाँ, सही है ना, क्योंकि अभी देखो हमने गिट यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस किया, गिटअप प्रैक्टिस किया, और जब भी आप प्रोडक्शन एनवायरनमेंट में जाओगे तो वहाँ पे गिट लैब रहेगा
हाँ।
या कोई तो रेपोस की सर्विस रहेगी। लेकिन जब भी आपको पैरेलल सर्विसेज का हैंड्स ऑन आता है, तो
हाँ।
वहाँ पे सीखना तो है,
हाँ।
एनवायरनमेंट के साथ मैच भी करना है, लेकिन डायरेक्ट प्रोजेक्ट कभी नहीं देते। पहले तो नॉलेज ट्रांसफर रहता है, केटी देते हैं। मतलब जो वहाँ पे एम्प्लॉयज पहले से काम कर रहा है वो
हम्म।
आपको पूरा एनवायरनमेंट बताएगा ना,
अच्छा।
और फिर आपको प्रोजेक्ट एक्सेस दिया जाएगा। इसे
हम्म।
डायरेक्टली एक्सेस नहीं दिया जाता, क्योंकि काम भी होना चाहिए ना पूरा।
हम्म।
Yes.
तो सर मतलब जैसे क्या होता है फिर मतलब ये हम जैसे बोलते हैं फर्स्ट जॉब के बाद सब सही हो जाता है, मतलब तो ऐसे क्या होता है मतलब कि फर्स्ट जॉब में मतलब इतनी प्रॉब्लम आती है?
नहीं नहीं, चैलेंजेस तो रहते ही है, लेकिन क्या रहता कि आप एज ए एम्प्लॉय काम करना सीख जाते, आप सिस्टम के साथ थोड़ा एडजस्ट करना सीख जाते, और एटिकेट्स भी आ जाते। फिर प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर से कैसे उनके साथ कैसे काम करना है, बाकी टीम लीडर्स के साथ कैसे बिहेव करना है, डेवलपर्स के साथ कैसे काम करना है, कोई टिकट रेज होता है तो उसका सॉल्यूशन कैसे प्रोवाइड करना है, टाइमलाइन कैसे मैच करना है। तो ये सारी प्रोसीजर फ्रेशर को कभी पता नहीं रहती। कि हाई लेवल का टिकट अभी जनरेट हो गया, जैसे कि समझो कि T1, L1, L2, L3 ये सारी पोजीशन है। L1 को समझो कि एक ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे भी डिपेंड है कि कौन से लेवल का टिकट आपको जनरेट हो रहा है, कौन सी लेवल की क्वेरी आपको क्लाइंट लेवल से आ रही या डेवलपमेंट टीम से या अदर अदर टीम से आ रही।
यस सर।
तो जैसे अपना आपका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बढ़ता जाएगा, उस लेवल के टिकट्स भी आपको आते जाएंगे, राइट। तो जैसे आप फ्रेशर हो समझो, तो आपकी
अच्छा।
पोजीशन लो लेवल पे रहेगी टेक सपोर्ट फॉर एग्जांपल। तो उसी टाइप का क्वेरी या आपको उसी टाइप के काम मिल जाएंगे। तो बाय द एक्सपीरियंस क्या होता है कि ये सारी सिस्टम पता होने के बाद आपको हाई लेवल के टिकट्स भी जनरेट हो जाएंगे उस केस में। और जैसे मैंने बताया यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ टूल्स बहुत ज्यादा है डेवऑप्स में। तो उस हिसाब से और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के पार्टनरशिप के हिसाब से भी हमें मैच करना पड़ता है। जैसे कि अभी मैंने बताया कि एडब्ल्यूएस का अमेजॉन वेब सर्विसेज पार्टनरशिप जहाँ पे रहेगी वहाँ पे उस टाइप का वर्कलोड रहेगा। समझो आपकी कंपनी में आप जहाँ पे ज्वाइन करने जा रहे हैं वहाँ पे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट है, तो नंबर ऑफ सर्विसेज जो आप हमने प्रैक्टिस की उसी से पैरेलल सर्विसेज वहाँ पे रहती। कॉन्फ़िगरेशन थोड़ा बहुत चेंज रहता है, लेकिन आपको अगर AWS आता है तो आप बाद में अज्यूर में भी जा सकते हैं या GCP में भी जा सकते हैं, गूगल क्लाउड में भी जा सकते हैं या ओरेकल क्लाउड, अलीबाबा क्लाउड, बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस हैं। तो इसलिए मैंने बताया कि इसमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा क्यों है, क्योंकि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अभी रिप्लेस हो रहा है, अभी हर जगह क्लाउड आ रहा। तो अगर नई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी डालता हूँ तो मुझे अभी फिजिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लेने की जरूरत नहीं है। मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं AWS का अकाउंट निकालूंगा, रूट रूट अकाउंट, और उससे एम्प्लॉयज का अकाउंट बना दूंगा और मेरे एम्प्लॉयज उस पर काम करेंगे।
यस सर। सर जैसे मतलब अभी पता क्या हो रहा है, मतलब मैं अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ,
हम्म,
अप्लाई करने के बाद हो गया मेरा सब प्रोजेक्ट सब कंप्लीट है, बट इंटरव्यू में बैठता हूँ,
हम्म,
वहाँ मैं थोड़ा हेजिटेट भी हो जाता हूँ।
हम्म।
उस वजह से शायद मुझे थोड़ा लैग लग रहा है कि यहाँ मुझे दिक्कत आ रही है।
हाँ, तो क्या रहता है जब भी आपका इंटरव्यू खत्म हो जाए तो उसके बाद 5-10 मिनट रहते हैं लास्ट में,
हम्म,
तो कभी कभी रिव्यू के लिए भी पूछ लेते हैं। तो
हम्म,
आप इंटरव्यू से भी डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं कि आपको एक्सपेक्टेड क्या था
हम्म,
इस जॉब प्रोफाइल के लिए और मुझे कहाँ पे इम्प्रूव करना है। तो आपको एक्चुअल फीडबैक अगर टाइम टू टाइम मिलते जाता है और वहां पे आप फोकस करते हो तो ये चीज भी अचीव हो जाएगी बाद में।
सर एक मेरा क्वेश्चन और था। सर
हम्म,
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि सर आप एक इंडस्ट्री लेवल पे काम कर रहे हो,
हम्म,
और सर हम अभी फ्रेशर हैं, तो
हम्म।
सर हमें पता कैसे चलेगा कि सर इंडस्ट्री लेवल पे काम क्या होता है? सर मुझे आप इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर दे सकते हो?
इंडस्ट्री लेवल पे जो काम रहता है उस टाइप का एनवायरमेंट्स हम यहाँ पे बना के डिलीवर कर देते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल अभी मुझे अगर कोई प्रोजेक्ट दिखाना है तो मैं पूरे स्टेप्स वगैरह मेंटेन करके वो एक्चुअली इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यहाँ पे बनाता। फॉर एग्जांपल जिस जो जो टूल्स है जैसे कि गिट, गिटहब, जेनकिंस, शेप, पपेट या इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के टूल्स रहेंगे, जो भी प्रैक्टिस करना है तो वो हमें पहले डिप्लॉय करके हमारा एनवायरनमेंट बनाना है AWS में, और फिर उस एक्चुअल एनवायरनमेंट में हमारा प्रोजेक्ट रेडी करके प्रैक्टिस करना है,
हम्म,
राइट। और जैसे मैंने बताया कि इसका बिल भी आ जाता है, तो मैं बिल को ऑप्टिमाइज कर सकते बाद में।
यस
फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने 1 घंटा प्रैक्टिस किया, जैसे समझो कि 8 घंटे का आपको बिलिंग आ रहा 100 रुपए, राइट। तो अगर मैं 1 घंटा प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ तो वो डिवाइडेड बाय 8 हो जाता है, और वहां पे आप प्रैक्टिस होने के बाद उस रिसोर्सेज को डिलीट भी कर सकते हैं, सर्विसेज को डिलीट भी कर सकते हैं, तो आपका हार्डली बिल कितना आएगा, 10 रुपए आ गया फॉर एग्जाम्पल।
यस।
तो ये उतना तो हम चाय के लिए भी इन्वेस्ट कर
हाँ
देते हैं या नाश्ते के लिए भी हो जाता।
सर, तो मतलब आपका सजेशन क्या रहेगा, मतलब जैसे मैं कर रहा हूँ, मतलब तो अब मुझे सर कैसे अप्लाई करना चाहिए? मुझे मतलब कैसे अप्रोच करना चाहिए
आपको
इंटरव्यू?
पहले तो आपका रिज्यूमे रिव्यू करना चाहिए, और फिर उसके बाद जो इंटरव्यूज के इनपुट है उसके ऊपर फोकस करना चाहिए।
हम्म,
प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो आपको इंडस्ट्रियल टूल के हिसाब से दिखाना चाहिए,
हाँ,
और जो वर्किंग पीपल है उनसे इनपुट लेना है, जैसे हम।
हाँ, ओके सर। यस सर।
यस, ओके।
सर तो आप जैसे
यस।
रोड, आप मतलब अब जैसे बताएंगे सर, प्रोजेक्ट्स को हम कैसे लें, मतलब और अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स हम कैसे ग्रैब कर पाए, कैसे बना पाए सर उन्हें?
अभी जब देखो, प्रोजेक्ट जो स्टार्ट होता है पहले से तो प्लानिंग से स्टार्ट होता है, फिर हम इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के ओर जाते हैं।
हाँ।
तो प्रोजेक्ट का आर्किटेक्चर पहले डिसाइड करना पड़ता
हाँ।
है इन केस ऑफ AWS डेवऑप्स कि वहाँ पे सर्विसेज क्या रहेगा, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन क्या रहेगा, और उसका डॉक्यूमेंटेशन जो रहता। तो अभी तो फिलहाल मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा कि आप गिटहब ये सारी चीजें ज्यादा यूज करना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। और गिटहब पे एक दूसरा रेपो बना के वहां पे डॉक्यूमेंटेशन मेंटेन करके उसकी लिंक आप रिज्यूमे में डाल सकते हैं।
हम्म।
यानी अगर हायरिंग मैनेजर कोई रहेगा तो उस लिंक पे ऊपर क्लिक करके
हम्म।
वहां पे उनको प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में डिटेल्स दिख जाएगी कि वहां पे कंट्रीब्यूशन किसने किसने किया है वो भी दिख जाता है। समझो कि आपने प्रोजेक्ट्स किया है आपके दोस्त के साथ या किसी के लिए डिलीवर भी किया है या मल्टीपल टीम्स के साथ काम करके दिखाया है, तो उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन एज ओपन सोर्स टेक्नोलॉजी वो दिख जाता है गिटहब के ऊपर।
yes, sir। सर।
हाँ, लेकिन अभी क्या है कि ये AWS सीखना या अज्यूर सीखना या डेवऑप्स सीखना इसके लिए बहुत टाइम लगता है।
हाँ।
अगर एक एक कोर्स आप करते जाओगे तो ये 4 4 महीने उसमें इन्वेस्ट हो जाते हैं।
हाँ।
लेकिन प्रॉपर अगर गाइडलाइंस मिल जाते या उसके नोट्स मिल जाते, उसके स्टेप्स मिल जाते, तो ये पूरा अचीवेबल हो जाता 2 3 महीने में भी।
ओके।
हम्म।
सर एक बार पता क्या हुआ सर, मैंने बाहर मतलब अप्लाई किया था फॉरेन कंट्री में। तो बट वहाँ भी मेरे साथ यही कंडीशन हुई थी। उनके 4 राउंड्स थे।
हम्म।
लास्ट वाले राउंड में फायर फायर हो गया था। मतलब
हम्म।
वहां से मुझे बैक होने लगा।
हाँ, लेकिन क्या रहता कि कोई भी पोजीशन के लिए आप अकेले नहीं रहते। अम, समझो कि एक पोजीशन है तो 10 लोगों के रिज्यूमे आएंगे, उसमें से 8 शॉर्टलिस्ट हो जाएंगे, उसमें से 4 बंदे लास्ट राउंड तक रहेंगे और उसमें से सिलेक्शन के लिए एक दो सिलेक्ट कर लेंगे।
हम्म।
तो वो सीन तो रहता ही हर इंटरव्यू के साथ। और अ, उसमें कुछ दिक्कत वाली बात भी नहीं है क्योंकि आपने अगर 2 3 राउंड क्लियर कर दिए तो आपको एटलीस्ट आइडिया अभी आ गया कि आपका जो फाइनल गोल है वो बहुत ही पास
हम्म। सर।
Good evening, sir. This is Sharda from here.
है। यस।
Uh, so I am
ओके।
basically an
थैंक यू सर।
हाँ, यस यस शारदा, यू कैन कंटिन्यू।
I have 5+ years of experience as an assistant professor. Now I want to change my career from. Actually, I have experience as a support engineer as well. So again, I'm looking to change my job from education and training. Means like in engineering college I worked. So I want to change my shift my career from education to IT. So I already learned the courses like Amazon Web Services, Linux, and all. A few of my friends working on the DevOps, so that's why they suggested me to learn that courses and all. So
ओके।
I know the basic idea on means how the actual systems are working.
राइट।
Here, which what is my problem I am facing is I don't have any references and contacts like. So for how many years can I apply for the jobs? As a fresher, they are not considering me.
राइट।
So many freshers are there.
ओके।
They are not considering me as a fresher. So they are looking for at least 5+ years experience positions. And I don't have that much knowledge. Means I am doing my best. So here where I am lagging means I don't have any real time means for example in the organization people are communicating with each other and sharing the knowledge. Only the learning is not important here, right? So actual experience are required. So is there any in your context any startup companies or means if the package is also less package less is also fine from my
ओके।
for me. So is there any contacts then please suggest me, sir.
Okay, okay. So we are having separate placement team which is working on a networking and that HR networking as well, and they are having contacts regarding them. Also, our previous students have been placed. So we do have contact of them. And after the course, you will be part of our network too.
So for how many years experience can I apply for the jobs? Means for 5+ years I have to provide the documents, right? So I don't have any means I don't have any documents up to 5 years. So how can I
Okay, what you can do, you can consult with our team, and they will guide you regarding it. Because
okay.
what is happening, internship experience is also considered lot more
Yes,
things.
yes. At
And
least
also,
if
if
I
you
get
are completing the project, and that type of experience can be shown.
any internships
I'm not
or
directly
any
claiming for it, but as I'm a trainer, that guidance can be provided from the management team, and you can communicate with them.
okay, could you please share me the contact details if any? Then I
I
will talk
think
to
that is
them.
in the chat box. You
Okay.
can cross check for the chat box.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
Yes,
your
yes.
valuable information. Thank you.
Yes, Ajay, you can also ask the question.
Just wait for a moment. Just wait.
Yes, you are audible, Ajay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, actually, I have an doubt within once if I will tell you. If I will become an AWS or DevOps engineer, so what will be the roles and responsibility or designation or a new company we say? What kind of position can I get after means I get
Okay,
complete my course?
you can try for cloud consultant. You can try for cloud solutions architect as well if you are having
Okay.
AWS certification after it. And as per your
Okay.
experience, right, you can also
Okay.
try with the entry level positions, which will be
Okay.
regarding AWS, Azure, or GCP, also as a DevOps. For the DevOps, various tools are there, like for the infrastructure management, for the application deployment, for maintaining the pipelines. So specifically, you can also try for infrastructure domain over there as an infrastructure engineer. And
Okay.
also some advocate positions are also there, like they will consult with the client regarding the cloud.
Okay.
So if you
Okay.
are
But
good with the communication, you can also try for the cloud consultant part.
okay, but I want to know one thing regarding about it. Which are the companies are the MNC companies, per se, or a India-based companies, a pan-India-based company? Which are the companies are looking for an AWS joiners, per se, who has
Actually,
completed their course?
what is happening, those companies which are partner with AWS, they will hire for the AWS certified or skilled people. So
Okay.
so every organization is partnered with any one of cloud at least. Also, some companies
Okay.
are lot more companies are there which are partner with more than two cloud platforms, as they will have a multi-cloud projects. Also, some companies are having their own environment and also
Okay.
having a public cloud, that will be hybrid cloud environment also there. So
Means I want to know. Okay. Okay. So,
all companies are having their own cloud environment and public cloud
okay.
environment as well.
Okay. And then one thing, the core of the NCR, there are different types of cloud. We say AWS, Azure, we say
Huh.
GCP. The core are between same only, one of the same, right?
Yes. All cloud computing platforms are doing parallel business.
Oh,
That's the
parallel
case.
business. Okay, okay, no problem. And I'll tell you one thing, sir, regarding about it. Now, currently, I'm from the totally from a networking background, right? So, I'm currently
Mhm.
my designation in the company is a NOC engineer over here. So, currently, I'm
Mhm.
switching for a cloud only because now in the future also everything will be can go
Mhm.
more
So
shifted to
what
the
is
cloud.
happening? Whatever projects are there, these are having fixed
Okay.
SLA, service level agreement, and
Yes, I
lot
know
more
that.
projects are migrating now from a
Okay.
physical infrastructure to the cloud
So,
environment,
virtual, the means
depending
cloud
on
is
the
virtual
costing
environment.
part. Yes,
Okay, okay.
yes, because companies are now going towards a cost optimization. They want to save the cost of same project. That's the case.
That's the case regarding about it. So basically, actually, I'm not from a background from a cloud, so
Hmm.
that's the reason behind about it for joining the cloud. So it's the best platform. The AWS is the best platform, or any
Yes,
other
base
cloud
platform.
platform is
Yes,
better.
it's a market leader. AWS is a market leader.
I know regarding
And
about it, but it's the AWS is a market leader. That's why I'm looking for it. That's what I'm going to know.
yeah, what is happening? Actually, there is a business media which is calculating for all researches and white papers as well, which has been published by the client level. And then every year there is a publishing of white paper regarding market leadership of infrastructure and cloud platforms. So you can simply search for Gartner Magic Quadrant for cloud, and that paper is there, which can provide you a tabular form for which cloud is being a leader. I will share my screen. I will show it to you.
Okay, okay. Please share the screen and show me to me what.
Okay.
And tell one thing that this meeting is recorded, means so that I can check from my end.
Yes, they will
Hello.
provide you. Yes. So this type of magic quadrant is there, which is having AWS at the leadership. Then after that, we are having Microsoft, Azure, and then GCP, and then we are having Oracle. So this is the recent paper, which has been published in year 2023.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So
that's why
currently, any update has been came regarding now. So for example, I want to say currently I will do the course, for example, for AWS. But I don't know regarding about this. Is there any update came for regarding for the global certification in AWS?
Yes. So there are a number of certification, like right now we are having AWS version 3 for solution level architect. So that certification you can try after this course. And also, if you are specifically, there is a DevOps certification is also there. You can also try for attaining it after this.
Which one is the best, DevOps or AWS solution architect? SAA.
Actually, what is happening? Cloud is just replacing the infrastructure. So on top of cloud, you can have any technology. Either you can try for the AWS plus development, AWS plus big data, AWS plus data science, or AWS plus DevOps. And because as the demand for DevOps is much more, that's why we have combined AWS and DevOps, and that's the course.
But I'll tell you one thing about it. I have a bit confusion between the two main scenario, that is Docker and Kubernetes. So will you please let me know what is the differentiate between it so that it can be easy to understand? Means what is Docker and what is Kubernetes?
Right. So Docker is containerization technology when you are building any application, right? So for example, just a second.
Okay, fine. Hello.
I will just let you know. So what is happening? We are building an application, right? So when we are having any OS operating system, right, and you are building any application on a OS Windows platform, and when you want to deploy it, and suppose your environment is on a Linux, right? The same code cannot be run over there. So for this purpose, we can have a containers where you can put a number of libraries over there which are available on our operating system that will support the application. So you will have that libraries and application inside a container, and same container can be run in a multiple operating systems. That's a containerization. That is Docker system. And container orchestrations means whatever containers you are creating, you need to maintain it, you need to manage it. So that platform is a Kubernetes, and that is from the Google. So number of nodes need to be managed. Now, what is a node? Is a physical machine or a virtual machine. So like you are having an Hotstar type of application, and more demand is there, an application level. So at the back end, infrastructure needs to be scaled. Means number of nodes needs to be created over there so that your application have a stability. And for that purpose, we can use a Kubernetes, that is KATS.
Okay. No, actually, in a cloud, there is both scenarios for that I heard regarding. But that is Docker and Kubernetes. So that's the main scenario that I can't able to relate, or we can say we can understand regarding about that part. That's because I am MFA we say, multi-factor authentication we say, IAM we say, or EC2 we say. These are the portals I can get a knowledge regarding about it, how the cloud may work. EC2 means infrastructure as a service we say, whatever.
There are a number of services. Yes. Right.
Yes, there are number of services.
Yes, but only those access will be to you, which is required for your project purpose only.
So, industry,
right.
Industry can hire to us.
Right. So if you are having IM service, means IM is part of your project. But suppose I'm having 4 to 5 employees over there, and
Okay.
I don't, and they are having separate type of projects. For example, someone is having a storage type of project. So I can only provide the access for EFS service or S3 service to that particular person, so that my administration, my management can be maintained over there. That's the case. So when you will learn this course, you will have hands-on experience with the 20 to 30 services. But when you will work in industry, only 2 to 3 services will be there. So
Okay.
that's the case.
That's it. Then what will be the, for example, I'm saying, what kind of operating system is there? What kind of system is required for the AWS? It's i3 10th generation also. It can be required for the Intel
Linux
to
OS will
run
be
the,
recommended,
no, no,
and
Linux OS I can understood, but currently I have Windows with me, Windows i3 10th generation. So it can be possible to do the AWS all over that or run
yeah,
over
Windows
that.
servers are also there. Windows servers
Okay.
are also there. So what is happening? Some companies are already buying servers over there, and then they are maintaining projects into it.
So in case I want
That's
to
the case.
practice with it, for example, for a practice I want to say, so what we have to do? So it
So
Windows system is
you need to
also running.
launch one EC2 instance, selecting a Windows server into it, that connect it remotely via RDP, and then you can use it.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. So regarding for a practice purpose, we say, for example,
Right,
did
right,
from and
right.
actually I want to remove a time from my day-to-day schedule also, because I am currently means working as a NOC, it's a network operation control. So they are not
Right.
having that pitch shift, we say,
No,
that
no.
is
Throughout the
24 by
course, I will help you how to deploy it. Our first week is there for the EC2 configuration, and you will get idea regarding how to use that, how to
No, no,
launch
no.
it, and
Actually, I want to make, yes, yes, I don't know, but I want to make some time regarding for to learn the course regarding about it, because
Mhm.
24/7 shift is there. So regarding for that, so I have to make a time regarding for that separately.
Okay.
That's the reason. Yeah.
Okay.
And nothing else, but I'm regarding about this. And which are the companies are, for example, give me an example. I want to know that which are the company has tie up with the AWS, who are using the
Accenture
AWS
is there,
services.
Infosys is there, TCS, every company.
Every company is
IBM is
using
also there.
AC.
Yes, there is separate type is there.
Oh,
You can search for it. AWS partnership, and you will get idea
with,
regarding. There is a
can you detail
partnership
about it?
tier is also there, like gold
AWS
partnership,
partnership,
huh, gold
partnership
partnership,
hire.
silver partnership, and that is depending on number of employees which are certified by the companies itself. So, for example, suppose I am running an organization, and I am having 500 employees over there, and they are certified. So I can
Oh,
get a gold partnership tier from the AWS
okay.
itself. So you can cross check for which companies are under a gold partnership, silver partnership, and other type of partnership, and then you can focus towards to which company you need to try for the
Okay.
application level.
Okay. So it's compulsory that the Linux is required, or a Windows system also can be better to practice
Mostly
on a
focus will be on a Linux.
mostly
Most
preferred. So
most
what
of
I
the
have to, what
servers
kind
are
of
Linux. Yes,
applications you have to download for the Linux user?
yes, right.
Okay, okay. In a Windows we can run Linux also, okay, right? Linux program we say, for
Yeah,
example,
yeah,
or
we
a
can
Linux
try,
also.
because there is a WSL platform is also there, that is
I
Windows sub
think
Linux.
for practice, like we don't, we window is fine. We have to log into AWS console, and over there we can practice. Like if we have Windows, that is also fine for practicing on AWS.
Right, yes,
Okay, okay.
Hi Atul, it's in this side.
yes.
My question is,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah, my question is, as a Oracle DBA, what services I can showcase during the interview, like except the RDS.
Okay, so you can have any application in a running state, and then you can have a database connectivity to it, and whatever tabs that will be in the front end over there, you can showcase that type of output in a front. Yes, over there. That's the case. And also, suppose you are building an application, and then you are hosting it in a containers. So from there also you can connect to the database over there.
Okay, so except RDS, I can also showcase like container, correct?
Yeah, yes. And
Okay.
also a lot more services are there. Elastic Cache is also there.
Hmm.
Then A lot more things are there. For example, if you are selecting for Azure, there is a Cosmos DB database is also there. Actually, what is happening when you are having a database, right? So there will be required a solution regarding the size of database. So what AWS is providing you, it will provide you managed services which can auto scale itself. So if demand is more, it can scale a database server up to the certain limits. And then if the demand is less, then it can also contract for the database server size. That's the case. And that's the significance of using AWS database service, managed service.
So some other RDs are I can also showcase like SQL.
Right, lot more options are there.
Yeah.
You can select for any type of database over there.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. And also depending on the workloads. For example, some development environments you can showcase, or testing environment also there, and production environment also there. So while showcasing, you can try for testing and development over there. And when you will work in an industry, there will be a production type of environment, but the billing for production environment is much more high. So for the practice purpose, you can select for the same type of scenario, less type of instance will be less size instance will be selected, and then you can try it.
And one question, when we use like when we need to use the RDS as DBA, we need to select over the data
In
concrete
terms of auto scaling, that will be used. Size of data will be changed. It will be increasing time to time. In that case, you can use RDS. For example, suppose you have selected a server for 1 TB size, and as the data is increased, it needs to be extended to the 5 TB. So over there, you can have a RDS service, and so that you can scale it automatically.
So can we do it if we are using the EC2? Like suppose
size for the storage level.
Yeah.
Because we are selecting type of instance over there, that is T2 micro, T2 medium, and only 2 GB, 4 GB RAM is being provided. Also from the SSD level, you are selecting for 20 GB only, 20 GB, 40 GB. So that's not enough.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Any other doubt?
Hello, Prasad this side.
Yes, Prasad.
Currently, I'm working as a software implementation and technical support engineer. So the work we have, like hosting application on a client VPC or at our own VPC, and
Okay.
configuring the services as per the software requirement.
Right.
As well as in technical support, we work on the SQL. So how I can show my this work experience as a DevOps engineer after course completion.
Okay, so whatever workloads that you are having currently, these are related to the networking part, right? So you can select for architecture which can have a pairing connections or dedicated connections over there. And as within a VPC, we can have EC2 instances or a lot more settings. And within a EC2, you can have a application deployment. So first of all, there are n number of projects that you can try. First of all, as you are having some deployment of application procedure knowledge, so you can try for Docker containerization things for the application deployment. And for networking part, also suppose you are hosted your application in a containers or Kubernetes cluster. Over there also you can have some networking concept, and you can showcase that. So application deployment, cluster configuration, cluster networking, this type of architecture you can select.
Okay.
Okay, any other doubt? You can also write in chat box. I'm just checking chat box questions. Yes, somebody is asking whether the recording will be available. Yes, we can provide you recording.
Hey, quick question. For the recording, you'll put the details in the WhatsApp?
Yes, right.
Thank you.
Yes, Mangesh is asking, can you give me a rough idea things will go on, career perspective? Okay, so first of all, we will try with the AWS services like EC2. After that, we will try for the storage services, then networking, then security services. After completing AWS part, we can relate it accordingly with the DevOps tool like Git, GitHub. That will be first tools that we will learn. Then after that, we can try for the Kubernetes part and Docker part. So Docker is important. After that, we will go through Kubernetes part. Then we will learn about the Terraform after completing some services from the AWS, as that will be used in a Terraform. Then we will try for the Jenkins. We will practice for the various pipelines over there. And after creating pipeline, we will maintain it. We can integrate it with the Docker and other services too. Then we will learn about the Ansible, where we will have host management. Then we will try for the Shape and Puppet for the configuration management. So these type of tools we will try as per the scenario. And also I'm having few codes with me, steps with me. I will provide it to you all during the course. Okay. So we can stop here, and thank you very much for joining, and management will contact you soon. Please check for the chat box and do sign up the form. In upcoming sessions, we will just go through a few basic services from AWS like IAM service, EC2 service. We will practice regarding it. So I would recommend please sign up for AWS account from your side. Also, we will learn about the Linux part